Okay, question 3 says how many unique even numbers greater than 65,000 can be created if repetition is not allowed? So we have this as our arsenal of numbers 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. We need the numbers to be both even and greater than 65,000. So it means the first two values matter. And for my first configuration, I have 9. So I've preset this value to be 9, which means it's already greater than 65,000 because this is going to be 90 something thousand. And basically, what we're looking at mostly is this and that. So we need this last number to either be a 6 or 8 because even numbers, we can tell whether they're even or odd by the last number. If the last number is even, that means the entire number is even. So even numbers that are in this arsenal, we have 6 and 8. And if we use 9 over here, that means we can use either 6 or 8 over here. If you want to, you can write them out separately with the 6 here, then the same thing but with an 8 at the bottom. So here I just represented it by 2 factorial because we have two options for the last value if we choose 9 as our first value. Then if we pick 8, again, this is going to be over 80,000 already, so it's greater than 65,000. We don't need to worry about the second number. And then the last value, now since we've used 8, the only way that this number can be even is if we use 6 on the last one. So we preset that value as well. These numbers, we won't be multiplying them. 986, 986, and let me just make them a different color, 6 and 8. The operations we'll be doing are on the blue numbers. So these ones are preset. They basically were basically saying that this position can only have one number, which doesn't give us a variety. So we don't need to multiply by anything besides like 1, which is redundant. But anyways, here we're saying if we pick 9 here, we have 3 options here, 2 options here, 1 option, and we also have 2 options over there. Cool. And then if we pick 8, we say the last number has to be 6 because that's the only way it can be even. That means we only have variety between the middle 3 numbers. And that would be 3 factorial times 2 factorial times 1. Then the last one is if we use 6 over here, then again we have to use the only number that's even, which is 8 over there. And again, the only number in this case, we want it to be greater than 65,000. So we need to put a number that is greater than 5 here. And the only number greater than 5 in our bag of numbers is 9. So 9 is a number we can use. So we're presetting 3 values, which decreases the amount of variation we can have. And the only variation will come from these two numbers. So 6, 9, and 8 are being used. 6, 9, and 8, which means we're only left with 1 and 3. So we can either have 1, 3, or we can have 3, 1. That's the only variety or unique codes that can come from this. So if we multiply this out, this will give us 12. 3, 3. Actually remove the factorials here. That was a mistake. So except for this last one. Or 2 factorial is still 2. So we can leave it like that. 3 times 2, that's 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 12. And then 3 times 2, that'll give us 6. 2 times 1, that'll give us 2. If we add this up, it's 12 plus 6 plus 2, that'll give us 20 different combinations for which the numbers will be both even and greater than 65.